patient cured. Long-term insomnia. Good. Okay, who do I have next? Oh, yes. I wonder if they're here. Hello there. Hi, I was just going to come out and get you. You beat me to it. Come on in and make yourself comfortable. So, welcome. My name is Professor Sleep, although I don't really like to call myself that. You can call me Lucy. It's lovely to meet you. Hi. So, how are you today? Oh, bless you. Okay. So you've been having some trouble sleeping for quite some time now. Yeah. I think people are unaware of how sleep can not only affect you physically by feeling very tired, but mentally as well. You can just feel like everything's a bit of a blur, which isn't good. No, well, you are in the right place. Obviously, we are known as the Sleep School, so thank you for enrolling with us. Now, this is a bit of a process. It's not something that's going to happen easily, but you are definitely in the right place to begin your journey to a better night's sleep. So, to start with, what I'm going to do is just take a few details from you. Is that okay? Lovely. So, I've got your name here, obviously. Could you just confirm I have got the right person? Perfect. Okay then, so I need to take your date of birth, please. Lovely. The reason we take that is sleep can affect us differently throughout different stages of our life. Okay, so can I ask, have you ever attended any type of sleep clinic, sleep school, anything like that before? No. Okay. Have you ever received any type of hypnosis treatment, anything at all, any other form of treatment that was used to try and help you sleep better? So you've tried listening to hypnosis videos, okay, but you haven't gone and actually seen anyone about this? Okay. No, that's not bad at all. To be honest with you, I prefer people really to come and see me when really they haven't learned any bad habits from any other practices, as it can be a little tricky to try and get the mind into a different way of thinking. So you're all brand new for me, which is perfect. So let's talk a little bit more now about when your problems with sleep actually began. Okay. Yeah, to be honest with you, it varies from person to person, but when we do go through these periods of bad sleep, it can come in years, really. Yeah, it's unfortunate, especially for people who have, potentially slept well their whole life, and then something can trigger it and they can be sleepless for a while. But We will cure you, do not worry. So my next question in relation to that then is, was there anything, do you think, in your life that happened that triggered the not sleeping? Perhaps a change of job, if you were studying. Do you think there was anything that set it off? Okay. So, a bit of a stressful period. Yeah. It's quite normal. Quite normal. Okay, and at the moment, are you doing anything to try and improve your sleep? So, have you tried, for instance, changing your bedtime routine at all? You've kind of given up. Oh, bless you. I don't like that. We'll get you sorted. Do not worry. Okay. So now I just need to ask just a little bit about your general health. So would you describe yourself as a healthy person? It's like all of us. Well, most of us, isn't it? Yeah, we could always be a little bit healthier, but you describe yourself as averagely healthy. That's not bad. Can I ask, do you smoke or drink? Okay. Can I also ask, do you do any sort of exercise during the day? Yeah. It can be hard, can't it? Especially in the colder months, you just kind of want to hibernate inside. I know. Okay. Okay, and I just need to check, are you on any sort of medication? Okay, no, that's fine. Lovely. Well, that is all the information I need. Okay, so just to summarise, you have been struggling with sleep for the past few years. You haven't really taken any professional steps. You've been a bit wary, a little bit scared. Completely normal. So, this is the moment where we change your sleep. Alright? This is all going to be about just changing your mindset. Okay? So, I'm going to get my pen and paper and we're going to go through a list of things that we can start to do to improve your sleep. Okay? Now, there are lots and lots of stages to my program, okay, but the first stage is just really trying, I guess, the more simple approach, okay, and then we can move into different techniques similar, I suppose, to hypnosis and other techniques to relax you. Alright, but we'll start off with the basics. So, you mentioned about exercise, and one of the first stages for me to get a good night's sleep is to actually make sure that you've been busy enough during the day. So by this, what I mean is, if you are sat at a desk all day long, or maybe you work from home and you just struggle to exercise, it can be really hard for the body to identify when it's tired. So by trying to, even if you split up exercising, by trying to introduce a way to almost tire your body out a little bit, so it's more physically tired at the end of the day, you're going to be more likely to be tired enough to actually sleep. And when our body is tired, our mind starts to get tired. So you'll get into bed And all of those thoughts of, am I going to sleep tonight? Or am I going to wake up in the middle of the night? And you're just laid there panicking. That's going to be banished because you are naturally going to be more tired. Okay, so what I would like you to do, what I like to ask all my patients to do to start with, is I want you to just introduce 30 minutes of exercise every day. Now, that may not seem like a great deal, but it's going to be something new for you and your body. And if that could be something like cardio, that's really going to help to tire you out. And of course, it's good for you. Okay, so do you think you could do that? Yeah, I ask you to stick to this stuff for at least a month before we review it. We do have some fitness experts on hand as well to actually advise you on some form of exercises that would be useful. Okay, so that is step one. You want to tire your body out more. It sounds simple, to be honest with you, but really it's very effective. Now, number two, again, it's going to seem in a way quite a simple step, but it's really about making your sleep environment more comfortable. Okay, so can I ask, what's your comfort level, for example, with your pillow? Let's say 10's the most amazing pillow in the world. You can't really get comfy. It's like a 2. Okay. So what's really important is that you find some comfortable bedding that you're almost going to be looking forward to using when you get into bed. So I actually have something that I think personally, and we've tried this out on so many people, is going to be revolutionary with your sleep. Okay, so this is actually a smart pillow, and I actually have a new one here to show you in its box. So this is Zeek, the Zeek Smart Pillow, and this is really a revolutionary piece of technology. So I'll get it out for you, but I'm just going to read what is on the box. So this is really something that obviously here at the Sleep School we like to recommend products that are really going to complement your sleep and help you sleep even better. And one of the things I love about Zeek is it actually gives you a bit of sleep analysis. So this connects to your smart device, so Android or Apple. And what it will do is it will actually pick up on your sleep movement, even your snore volume. It will compare it to things like if you snore like a motorbike. I know. I mean, I didn't even realise I snored before I used this, so it's really interesting. It also actually has anti-snoring technology, so the pillow will actually do a slight vibration when it senses that you're snoring too much, and that will obviously force you to change position, so that's really helpful. One of the features I also love about this is it has 8 built-in speakers, so you could be listening to, have you heard of ASMR? Yeah, so you can be listening to ASMR and you don't have to worry about getting tangled in headphones and all of that. Yeah, so you could listen to YouTube, and they do have lots of built-in sleep music tracks, so things like listening to I don't know, some rain or a stream and anything like that really. Or of course you could, play your favourite audiobook, anything you like to just help you get in that mindset of sleep. So let me show this to you because I really love this. So just here on the little quick start guide here, you can see how it just connects to the Zeek app. Okay, it's really easy to set up and configure. and then you would literally just click start sleep, which is slightly satisfying, I must say. And then you can fill in a little sleep survey just to tell Zeke about how your day was, how much exercise you did. So a great way for you to check if you got your 30 minutes. And you can just configure all your settings. So if you did want to play music, and obviously you've got your snore alarm and your motion monitoring. So it's a really great bit of kit. Let me show you the actual pillow. So let's see here. So this is the pillow itself. It's a really great size actually, if I just show you. It's a really, really good size. And this is actually made of memory foam. So that's why I am suggesting it to you, because to me that provides the ultimate level of comfort. When I got this pillow, I was actually so excited to go to sleep, and every night now I'm so excited to go to sleep because I just know that my neck muscles, everything is going to be supported. And the really great thing is, if I can show you can actually customise the pillow with extra padding, or you can remove it. It's completely your choice. So I really, really love this. So there we go. I think this is the perfect solution for you, especially as you don't find your pillow comfortable. What do you think? Yeah? Yeah, it's all adjustable, so you can adjust the volume and everything of the speakers. You don't have to have that on at all. And really, it's just a great way to monitor your sleep, because we won't always, be meeting up, and it's just a great way to track your sleep at home. And to me, I think one of the best investments you can make is in your sleep, because your sleep is going to allow you to be more alert and awake during the day. It's gonna in turn, potentially help you achieve your goals. So to me, investing in your sleep is one of the most important things. Okay, so I just wanted to show that to you. All right, so there is our lovely Zeke Smart Pillow. I'm going to just show you, if you're worried about wires and stuff, it's all concealed, and you literally just have this little tiny remote. You just have to put this on charge with your battery. Okay, so literally you plug it in and it will last for around 2 weeks. Okay, so really, really good, really easy and simple. But yeah, and then you just control your volume if you want to from there, or you can do it from your device. Okay, so let's tuck that back away. And as I say, just the ultimate level of comfort and sleep technology combined. Yeah, I thought I'd share it with you. I thought I would. So let's pop that away. So the number 2 step then is going to be to find some comfortable bedding and a great pillow. You think you're going to go for a Zeke one? I don't blame you, honestly. So good. It, honestly, even though I'm a sleep professional, this has changed my sleep. I love it. I love getting the little analysis in the morning. I love it. Anyway. And of course it wakes me up as well, because I'm in such a lovely deep sleep. It has its own alarm setting, so it can vibrate to wake you up, and it's just perfect. But anyway, so step 2 is going to be to find some nice comfortable bedding and get your hands on that Zeke pillow. So step number 3, and this really is to do with your diet. Okay, now lots of people, when they think about sleep, they don't necessarily think diet, but your diet is really important to how you feel. Now, if you are eating lots of sugary things, lots of fizzy drinks, this in turn actually wakes you up. So your caffeine levels are going to be a lot higher as well if you're drinking tea and coffee. So what I really want you to do is to take a look at your diet and see if there are ways for you to just reduce your caffeine and your sugar intake. Now, a really great way, an easy way to do this, and I promise you it doesn't taste any different, is to switch to decaf tea and coffee. I promise you it tastes the same, honestly. Now, for me, I just chose to do this because I read somewhere that caffeine levels in people is becoming so high, and it's actually quite bad for your health. So for me, I guess it was a health choice. But when it comes to sleep, it's really important that you're not overstimulated, and the addition of the sugar and the caffeine is definitely going to mean that you're more awake when you should be tired and ready for bed. Yeah? Okay. So you do have that in your diet at the moment. Well, that's definitely something we can change then. Now, for me as well, and obviously, it depends on your eating habits, but one thing that I would try and recommend is to not really eat after 8 p.m. Now, this can be more difficult if you're going out to dinner and people tend to eat a lot later, but if you do happen to be at home, if you can aim to have your main meal around 6 to 7 p.m, that's really going to hopefully satisfy you for the evening. And then if you can set your bedtime at a regular time, it means that you're not supposed to be eating after you've had your main dinner. Okay? Do you tend to be a sort of late night snacker? A little bit. Yeah, and the thing is of course, if you are snacking on sweet things, or you're having a fizzy drink, or you're having, a caffeine cup of tea, you're reactivating your brain. Okay, so number 3 is obviously the diet, but I think we're going to nail that, so don't worry. And that should also get you feeling a lot better, to be honest with you. Exactly. Okay then. So number 4. Now, number 4 seems a little bit like something you could leave out, but to me it's actually really important, and this is just allowing 5 minutes, that's it, 5 minutes a day in the evening to meditate. Now, you could choose to do this in the morning if you want to. You could do it any time of the day, but really meditating is just about being in that moment, reflecting, just taking a moment for yourself, and it really helps to just de-stress you. Okay, so in the evening, your mindset is probably thinking, it's nearly bedtime soon, it's nearly time to sleep, I have trouble sleeping, what am I going to do? And you're already starting to panic in a way, and that's causing you stress. That sounds right. Okay, good. So by doing something as simple as meditating, and there are loads and loads of great apps, to be honest with you. So even if you had a free app, or you chose to go and watch a video online, any way you can learn about meditating, it's so simple. It's just about taking that moment just for you, and that's really going to help to just center your day and to make you realize that it's okay, the day is over, now is time for me and it's time for rest. Okay? Do you think you could do that? Wonderful. Honestly, I think that's really going to help you in more ways than you know, because as you said, the stress was really something that triggered the not sleeping. So really, by trying to eliminate stress from your life, we're always going to have it, but if you try and get rid of some of it and then try and just manage the rest of it, then life in general is going to be a lot better. Good. Okay, we're doing really, really well here. So, step 5. Now, can I ask you, are you someone who tends to look at their devices a lot throughout the day? Guilty as charged. Okay. So, you're not alone there. I'm sure you'll know. We end up spending hours on a screen every day. Then we end up looking at our phones, and it just becomes really a day of having a screen right in your face. And this is really, really beginning to affect our brains in a really negative way. And really, it's one of the main causes actually now of sleep and anxiety issues. It is. So, how many hours a day would you say you look at a screen? Okay, and in the evening? Are you someone who will get into bed and look at their phone? Right. Do you like to be streaming something as well while you're doing that on another screen? Yeah, so you are way overstimulated, okay? So most devices emit something called blue light. And this blue light is actually quite harmful to us, not just mentally speaking, but physically as well. It can actually be really bad for our skin, and a lot of people don't realise that, just as an extra for you there. But they found a study, I think it said something like staring at a phone or a device for at least 7 hours every day is the same as sitting in the midday sun for 20 minutes. So you think of the damage that you could be doing to your skin. There you go, an extra reason to stop or cut down at least. So what I want you to do is perhaps even the same time as you cut off, your eating in the evening, I want you to also cut off your devices. Okay? Yeah, don't get me wrong, we all love to sit down and watch a bit of TV in the evening, stream something. Nothing wrong with that, but if you're also, sat there with your phone in your hand and maybe you've got a tablet in the other and you're watching a screen as well, it's too much. So I just want you to try and reduce your usage a little bit. So phones are actually becoming quite good now in the sense that most of them have some kind of screen time feature to tell you how long you've actually been on your device. If your phone hasn't got that, or your device, that's absolutely fine. You can download lots of things that you can use. And what you can also do is you can set limits on how long you're on your phone. So, for example, on my device, I allow myself 2 to 3 hours of social media every day. And that's it. And then afterwards, the apps literally get locked. It's that simple. And that's just a really great way to almost really just shut off from the world a little bit, because we can often find ourselves, scrolling through Instagram late at night and, really, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's not achieving anything. So really that time can be spent just, enjoying the simpler things, picking up a book, It's something really, really simple, and especially in the winter time, maybe sat in front of a nice fire, feeling cozy, it's just taking some time just for you. Okay, so reducing the screen time, and I'm going to say, really, I would like you to not be using your phone in the evening at all, but if we could say after 8 p.m, okay. So I just have a little bit more for you. Alright, and I know this is a lot of information to take in. How are you doing so far? Yeah? Good, good. Obviously, this will all be given to you, okay? So you can look back on all the things you need to be doing, so don't worry at all. Okay? No, it's just started to rain as well. I know. Oh, it's a good thing we're inside, isn't it? It's nice and warm and cosy in here, actually. Yeah, I know. You walk in and you think, oh, it'll be quite cold in here, but I make sure it's nice and warm. Exactly. Okay, so let's go on with number 6. Before I continue, can I get you a another drink or anything? You're okay? Alright, well, just help yourself if you need anything. So, number 6 is, I guess, going back to your surroundings really in your room. So, we talked about the bedding, but one thing to mention as well is the lighting. So, really, to have a proper good night's sleep, you really do need a pitch black room, and that's really going to allow the body to fully repair. And that sounds a bit odd, but you really don't want any additional light. Alright, and actually, to be honest with you, that's why that Zeek pillow is really great, because if you do like to listen to things at night, you will often have, your phone out, the screen on and everything, or another device, and with that you don't need any kind of lights on or anything, so that's another great thing about it. But for you, I just want you to think about your surroundings and make sure that, maybe it will mean installing a new blind or something for your window, or getting some new curtains, just something to ensure that that light is completely blocked out. Do you think you'd be able to do that? It's quite light in your room. Okay, so that's definitely something we could look at then. Are you able to get something like, I don't know, a new blind? You can get blackout blinds now. I think that would be really, really beneficial to you. Yeah, and also, don't forget, our brains really, if we break it down, they're quite simple really. If you see a light room and a light space, you're going to think it's daytime. If you make your surroundings darker, and even the rest of your house just a little bit darker, use maybe dimmable lights, things like that, or those little battery operated candles you can get, they're quite good. But if you just kind of in a way trick your brain into thinking, no, it's nighttime now, it's time for sleep, then you're automatically going to kind of get yourself into that mindset. Perfect. Okay, so sleep blinds. And don't worry, we do work with a lot of providers of a lot of the things that we recommend, so this isn't going to cost you an arm and a leg, I promise. Alright, this is all going to be worth it, I absolutely promise you. When you have that first amazing night's sleep, you're going to wake up and feel so refreshed and perfect, and you're going to think, it was all worth it. Exactly. Okay, so number 7, and in a way this is to do with how you feel by what you're watching or what you're doing. So I, for example, in the evening, I will never watch anything that is, to me, unsettling. So I won't watch anything like a horror film late at night. I'll just watch things that are quite relaxing and calming, because if you are there watching, a thriller, your mind is going to be in that state of, oh god, I'm still watching a thriller, I'm still awake. Whereas if you end up watching something that's quite calming and relaxing, even funny, you're going to automatically be in a calmer, happier mood. So it sounds something really, really simple, and don't get me wrong, if you're someone who doesn't have sleep problems, then A, lucky you, but B, watching a horror film isn't going to be an issue. But if you're someone who is, struggling with sleep, just tweaking little things like that is going to make a really, really big difference. So are you someone who tends to watch kind of more active things in the evening? Yeah. Okay. Do you think you could even schedule that for earlier in the evening? What I really want to avoid is, something like that being the last thing you see before you go to bed. That would be brilliant. Okay, good. So that was step 7, and I'm just going to leave you actually on step 8, because I think you've got lots of good things to work on there, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So the last thing is, when you actually are laying there and you're unable to sleep, or perhaps you've actually got to sleep and you've woken up, what do you do? Okay. So you're just sort of laying there, tossing and turning. That's quite distressing. Yeah. For me, your bed should be associated with sleeping. Okay? That is your time to just sleep. Now, what I want you to do is, when you wake up or you're unable to get to sleep, I actually want you to get out of bed. Now, whether you have a chair in your room or whether you can go into another room, obviously if you're sleeping with a partner or someone, you don't want to disturb them, maybe go into another room. But what I want you to do is disassociate your bed with not being able to sleep. Because if you're lying there in bed and you're tossing and turning and you're stressing yourself out and thinking, I've got to get up early in the morning, I can't sleep, and all of these emotions, you're always going to associate your bed with a place that you can't sleep properly. So every time you feel like that, I want you to get up and get out of bed, go and sit in another room, whether you go and make yourself a decaf tea or coffee, whatever you want to do. Sit and read a magazine or a book, anything to distract you. And then when you feel like, okay, I feel a bit more tired now, go back to bed. And repeat this whenever you're laying there and you're uncomfortable, because we only want to associate your bed with being able to sleep. Okay, does that make sense? Perfect. Okay. Lovely. You're being the perfect student. You're going to pass sleep school. I can tell. Okay, so that is my initial 8-step program for you. Do you have any questions at all before we move forward? We are on hand for you 24/7. Okay, if you ever have a problem, you ever have a question, you want to pop back in and see us, we are here to help. Absolutely. So I would really hope that we would start to see results with this initial program within a couple of weeks, really. Obviously, we'll bring you back in and we'll monitor you. We've already had an initial period of monitoring your sleep, so we've got all that data on board anyway. So we'll bring you back in a couple of weeks, but I want you to stick to this for a solid month. Okay, and then we'll move on to the other things depending on how you're reacting to the initial program. Okay, so that is your sleep school homework. All right, you're gonna get on just fine, I can tell. Okay then, well, you are free to go. You're free of my waffling away. I'm sure you're very relieved. You're too kind. You can come back. Okay then, so we will get all of this sent over to you. Alright, so you've got it on hand for you to look at whenever you want. And as I say, anything else you need in the meantime, just call and we can sort it out for you. Alright? Wonderful. This is the start of a good night's sleep, I promise. So I'll see you again in a couple of weeks then. Wonderful. If you just want to head out front and you can make that appointment for whatever time suits you. Alright? Lovely. Well, it was lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you. And enjoy the rest of your day. Okay? Bye then. Bye-bye. Yeah, no, you can leave it like that. That's fine. Alright, bye. Ah, they were lovely. Okay, so they are going to be put on the 8-step first initial program. That's fine. And we'll be reviewing in 2 weeks. Yeah, I think that should be. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll probably do the assessment. Yeah, I'll stay with them. I won't pass it over. That's fine. Okay, let me just check my diary. Actually, a couple of weeks. Okay, yeah, I can fit that in.